I'm sorry that they try to make the world such an ugly place. I'm sorry that I fall victim to all their hatred towards the human race. The way they show us the deception right to our face. Now wonder all the kids are searching for an escape. Water from my eyes. Take me back to a simpler time when I too could escape inside my mind. Minus the mind control of mind-altering chemicals. The system squeezed tightly to the minds of the youth, trapping them inside a labyrinth of illusion and lies. I want to sit somewhere where I can't see another house or electrical wires and poles, far from their genetically modified and engineered mosquitoes. No traffic in the sky spraying us with chemicals. I may go searching for it soon. Every day so far, I still wake up every morning. I still rise up out of bed, still living. Or is it all in my head? Ever since that day of death in the emergency room, when my spirit and soul began to depart from my body, as I looked at my lifeless body laying on and handcuffed to the hospital bed. The nurses with a controlled panic fought to get me breathing and my heart beating again. As a perfect being of light sat calmly in a chair, as I remember thinking, who and what is that? As he looked at me and shrugged its shoulders as if gesturing, are you ready to go? As I traveled deeper through a hexagon tunnel that was dark with holes, punched through with the brightest rays of light beaming through the darkness, a voice penetrated through the deafening ocean of empty, calm chaos, breaking through all boundaries of time and space. All that existed in the moment was the voice, reassuring and stating the fact of, I am who I say I am. And I remember looking down, there was this elderly couple with their arms stretched out and they were praying for me. Oh, and I did not want to leave the most comforting moment I've ever felt in my tormented life. But I rose and sat up on that hospital bed surrounded by strangers. Handcuffed and naked as my clothes had been cut off and removed. Tears rolled from my eyes, as at first a sense of anger and disappointment flooded my being with sadness at the thought of being pulled from the most satisfying comfort and peace I've ever known. Wires hooked up all over my body as I asked, what are you doing? The nurse replied, we're putting you into a CAT scan to see if there's any brain damage from lack of oxygen. And then acceptance of the situation. As I stopped and asked to speak to my mom, to apologize and tell her how much I loved her. As I asked everyone in the room, do you believe in God? As the police officer standing guard over me replied with crudeness, who are you to tell me about God? As I proceeded to tell him anyways, though I would go straight from the ICU to being a prisoner in a cell, I'd never been so free in my life. Oh, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And I know at times I've made this some man-made, cultish, legalistic form of churchianity. I've tried to tame and control and even play the role of you. No one can share your throne. I can't tame you. I can't control a consuming fire.